Hi everyone! I know it is weird to hear my voice because typically my videos are silent with only background music. But for today, let's change it a bit. Come on, journal with me. I downloaded a digital journaling app called Zinia in my iPad. I am using this intermittently for years now. However, what I have before is a free version. So only 3 pages are available to use and limited choices of stickers and features. Yes, I am too cheapskates to subscribe on their premium. Last year, December, I decided to use the free trial for 7 days. So happy that I can finally use the other features without anything blocking me. Here's the thing, I never wanted to fully subscribe with Zinia because it is too expensive. Imagine 2,000 pesos per year. But I forgot to unsubscribe to the free trial. Got surprised that the amount was credited to my account. So long story short, this is an unexpected thing and now I need to use it because it is too expensive and I need to get back my money's worth. Going back to journaling, I've been doing traditional journaling before. I have a handful of notebooks where I used to journal with. However, since I transferred home, I need to minimize the clutter, which means I can't buy journaling materials like stickers, washi tapes, pens, and artsy papers. So I tried digital journaling and I'm happy I did. It is way easier. Everything is in the app already and I can download things in the internet. Whenever I made a mistake, which is a lot, I don't need to start from scratch. I can undo and redo things over. Since I am also too lazy to write sentences and paragraphs, digital journaling is quite beneficial to me. Journaling helps me make sense of the thoughts I have. It gives me space to be just me and no one else. Whenever I read my journals from the past, I cringe and at the same time, I find myself in awe on how far I come. I cringe because of the things I wrote down, or because the things I prayed for before are finally realized. These things help me to be grateful and also to improve myself on whatever aspect. For digital journaling, I am getting more creative and less the mess and frustration about the mess, and learning what works and what not. I'm also finding out my go-to aesthetic, and that is a vintagey type of thing. I think it is easier in the eyes and more like my personality. I mostly journal events in my life and some thoughts that I need to let out. And for this video, books that I've read this January. For the first book that I've read this month and this year is Dead or Alive by Derek Landy. This is the 14th book of the Skullduggery Pleasant series. This book follows Skullduggery Pleasant, Valkyrie Kane, and Omen Darkly in stopping the Faceless One in ruling the world. As expected, this book is fun to read, the banters, conversation, and even characters. However, there are times that the story is dragging, maybe because there are too many plots within the story. Also, maybe because there are too many characters to follow, and the book is too long. Yet, I find this book more interesting than the first 4 books of this phase. Here, we slowly follow how the characters unfold what the future brings. Though seemingly peaceful, there's a gleam of darkness. I like that the main characters improved a lot. Valkyrie is somewhat back to his normal self. Skullduggery is still in his funny and sarcastic mold of bones. Omen is finally getting out of his shell. Not to spoil, but my heart aches for Ogre and Alice. In such a young age, they have endured so many things that a normal kid should not endure. And that cliffhanger in the end. I'm still wondering why this series is not popular here in the Philippines. I will not be 14 books committed if it is not good. It is so good that even though I messed the order of reading, I still push through and now I'm just waiting to read the 15th and the last book of this phase. How I found out this series is a long story but a good one. Maybe next time I'll tell you. The second book of the month that I've read is entitled I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. This is a memoir. And actually, I'm still uncomfortable with the title. And also, I don't know how to rate and review a memoir. So maybe I'll base it on my reading experience. Let me start by saying, growing up, I'm a fan of iCarly, especially Jeanette McCurdy. Her character has more depth than the other two, in my opinion. So happy to also have Sam and Cat spin-off to watch after iCarly ended. I've also listened to her singles before. I love her character so much at that time, only to find out she experienced all those manipulation, gaslighting, and abuse. Not a memoir reader, but this one is engaging. I want to know more, I want to dive more. And Jeanette tell us all what we needed to read. Her time with iCarly, Sam and Kat, and the events before and after that. Now I have more respect with Jeanette for having the courage to write all her traumas in this book, from her mother, producers, and herself. I also like how it is written, engaging and easy to understand. The third one is House Moving Castle by Diane Wynne Jones. As a person who loves fantasy, I thought reading another children's fantasy book will give me a good head start for the year in reading. However, this is not the case. I get bored and I did not care about the story at all. And I need to remind myself that it is a children's book after all, and I shouldn't be too harsh on it. But yes, did not care a bit about the story. I actually did not give 2 stars because I feel it's me and not the book's problem. And while doing this video, I have a current read, another non-fiction, called The Book of Overthinking. As an overthinker, I hope this helps me to lessen my worrying of things that is out of my control. The book is scientifically backed up and explains the different types of overthinking. I am 60% in, and so far I am engaged with it. Still not sure if I will finish this book this month, but hey, I finished 3 books already. Way to start the new year. In another news, I pledged to read 23 books for 2023. This is lesser than the last year because I know I'll get busier and I'm sure there will be less time in reading books. Aside from that, my goal is not to buy physical books. I've done it for several months already and I hope I'll continue. How about you? What are your reading goals this year? That's it for today's storytime and updates. If you like what you've watched, like, subscribe, and comment down below. Thank you for watching. This is Willowonders. See you next time.